The Bible was never to tell God's people to go to heaven. It was for God's people to learn how to bring heaven to earth. If you cannot be sick-free here, you can wait for heaven all you want. That is a wilderness miracle mindset. You are waiting to die so that good things can happen to you. Please help me tell your neighbor, don't die until you leave. Come on, say it like you have life. Don't die until you leave. Come unto me and I will give you rest. Rest is for here. Come unto me and I will give you peace. Peace is for here. Come unto me and I will give you prosperity. Prosperity is for here. Here is where you get the invitation. So, becoming supernatural is not when you enter heaven. Becoming supernatural is when you become heaven. We don't go to the hospital for our own bodies. We go to the hospital to release other bodies. Every time we enter the hospital, even the doctors must know that heaven have come. Not sickness have come. Heaven has arrived. Heaven has arrived. By the fruit. Number 2, testing by the Spirit. There's a difference between judging by the fruit and testing by the Spirit. It's a huge difference. Judging by the fruit and testing by the Spirit. You got that, didn't you? Without these two tests, how are you going to see darkness in the appearance of light? Because the Bible said demons have a way of appearing as angels of light. If you don't know how to measure light spiritually, how are you going to look at light but find darkness? How are you going to do that? You go to your YouTube and you type in a preacher or you type in somebody's testimony that said, an angel appeared to me, but when you see the images, it's an angel with wings. Anybody who see an angel with wings in this realm, call them and tell them, James said you lied. No angel of wings come to this realm. No angel with wings come to this realm. No, this is not the realm for that. Paul says, most of you have walked away from your angel. Will you walk away if you see an angel with wings? He's trying to tell you there is a way angels look here. That it's easy for you to pass by them. When angels came to Abraham, the Bible said 3 men. 3 men. Those were angels. They ate food. Were those with wings that came and they are looking for space with their wings. And then they sit to eat. Oh, if you ever had a dream and in your dream you saw angels and you saw wings, my sister, sit down. A demon have visited you. It doesn't exist. Not in this realm. Not in this realm. Because demons can do that. They can appear as an angel of what? Light. Are you still here? Without these 2 tests, I'll give you one more thing. Without these 2 tests, how are you going to be able to dismiss a scripture that sound like the present day truth? How are you going to dismiss a scripture that is not consistent with the word without being able to test spirit and to judge fruit? How are you going to do that? What does it mean to test spirits? All right, maybe I should save that for Wednesday because it will take me a lot. It will take me a lot. I really want to get into this Father's message. Will you excuse me for that then? Let's do this on Wednesday when I am seated. You know, every time I promise you I'm seated, you're going to get something good. Yes, because I have to talk about what does it mean to test spirits? What does it mean to judge? Because the truth of the matter is, even many of you here in this house, you have turned suspicious for spiritual voice. Many of the things you say God told you is because you suspected it. Be honest. We have turned suspicious to sensitivity to the Lord. If I suspect you, the Lord told me that you did something wrong. Instead of just telling you that I suspect you did something wrong. You know? Like now, as you are seated, if you suspect me, if you had suspect me to be a man who sleep with other women, while I am standing here and I am teaching, the Lord will now tell you that don't trust that man. The Lord will now tell you, don't trust that man. And you will say, God told me that this man. No, you suspected me. That's the voice of suspicion. But unfortunately, that has become the new voice of God. Suspicion has become the new voice of the 2020, the 21st century voice of God is suspicion. Suspicion. I was suspecting that. Instead of saying that, they said, I've been having a feeling about that. The Lord has been putting it in my heart. Oh, judgment day will not be easy. Some of us, we have to answer God about the things we said. That saith the Lord. You have to answer. You that cannot even discipline yourself to pray and seek God truly with your mind, heart, spirit, and soul. You just wake up one day, even from your boyfriend's house, and you say, God showed me something. You have not even showered. You just woke up from your boyfriend's house and you are still sweaty from whatever you did. And you just wake up and say, I had a dream. God showed me something. Sister, can you start by cleaning yourself? Brother, can you go to the shower and do some, clean up yourself? Are you here? All right. Genesis chapter 28. Remember, God is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and who? Jacob. So, it's trying to give you the lineage fatherhood of God, because Abraham had other children, Isaac had other children, Jacob also had many children, but God is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We are going to study the dream of Joseph for you to know that the dream was given to him by his father. And then he also went on giving other people dreams. And I will also show you how a spiritual father can deliver you from dreaming and hand you or put you in a realm where you interpret rather than dream. It's the work of a spiritual father. It's the work of a father. A father can make you dream, and a father can stop you from dreaming so you can go to the next level. Let's start from. So, the moment you sense that you are in trouble, you will not be in trouble. Genesis chapter 28. Let's start from verse 10. And Jacob went out from Beersheba and went toward Haran. Next verse. Remember, we are going to Joseph's dream, but I want to show you how the dream came about. That when God chooses you, God is not responsible for you dreaming. A spiritual person is always involved. Always. Watch it. Let's go. I want to show you where it came from. And he lighted upon a certain place and tarried there all night because the sun was set. And he took of the stones of that place and put them for his pillows and lay down in that place to sleep. Next verse. And he dreamed. This is not Joseph. This is what? Jacob. And this is the father of Jacob. The father of Joseph. And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angels of God ascending and descending on it. Next verse. And behold, the Lord stood above it and said, I am the Lord God of Abraham, thy father, and the God of Isaac. The land whereon thou liest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed. I wish that was my subject. God comes and introduces himself. But remember, this is happening in a sleep. This is happening in a dream. In a dream, God entered a dream because he doesn't live there. He entered that realm. The first announcement he makes is that I am God. And then the next statement tells you why he is in the dream. He's telling Jacob, I am only here because Abraham sent me. I'm here because Isaac sent me. Whenever you see me in your dream, you must know that I come to represent Abraham and Isaac. But that's not where I'm going today. Next verse. And thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth, and thou shalt spread abroad to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south. And in thee, and in thy seed, shall all families of the earth be what? Be blessed. Next verse. I'm going all the way to 17. And behold, I am with thee, and will keep thee in all places whither thou goest, and will bring thee again into this land, for I will not leave thee until I have done that which I have spoken to thee of. Next verse. And Jacob awaked out of his sleep. And he said, surely the Lord is in this place. And I knew it not. Next verse. And he was afraid and said, how dreadful is this place? This is none other but the house of God. And this is the gate of heaven. Did you see that? Genesis chapter 32, verse 21. Genesis 32, 21. I want you to see this. So you are beginning to see that Jacob has experience with sleeping and dreaming. Right? Jacob has experience. Genesis chapter 32 from verse 21. Look at it. So went the present over before him, and himself lodged that night in the company. Now, we have already seen that Jacob had experience with dreaming. What I'm now trying to show you is how Jacob knew how not to dream a dream that is not God-given. What must be done for that to happen? Because it's going to be important when we start talking about Joseph. It's going to be important that Jacob did not only have experience with dreaming, he knew what to do in order to have a dream from God. He knew exactly what to do. Okay, let's go back there. You will see what he learned on his journey. And he rose up that night and took his 2 wives and his 2 women servants and his 11th son and passed over the ford Jabbok. Next verse. And he took them, pay attention, he took his family. He took them and sent them over the brook and sent over that he had. So he brings his family and everything he owns, he takes them to a certain place and ask them to go. Are you listening? He dismissed them. For what reason? Next verse. He dismissed them. And Jacob was left with who? Alone. Jacob was left what? Talk back to me. Jacob was left alone. And there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. You already see that this is happening in the night. So Jacob sent everybody that was around him away. He didn't just send them to the next room. He sent them away. When he sent them away, he went to sleep alone. And while he lay down alone, something appeared. In the absence of others. And in the absence of everything he owned. Everything that is important and dear to him, he dismissed. And he was left alone. Not just the absence of people, but also the absence of things. Maybe someday I will talk to you about those things. Next verse. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. Next verse. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint, and he wrestled with him. And he said unto him, what is? And he said, let me go, for the daybreak. You see, this is still happening in the night. It's happening in another consciousness. So the angel is saying, let me go before the day comes. And Jacob said, I will not let you go except you bless me. Remember, this is happening in a dream state. It's happening in a dream state. So Jacob is acquiring the knowledge and the process of spirituality because it's going to be important for Joseph. So, you know the rest of the story. My time is fast. So he wrestled with the angel. The angel, what's your name? And the angel changed. Watch this. The angel that came to the dream, representing God, changed Jacob's identity. He said, from today you will no more be called Jacob. You will now be called Israel. And he blessed Jacob. He blessed Israel. So in that dream, the identity was changed. Right? The identity was changed. Jacob that went to sleep wasn't the same man that came out of the sleep. The one that came out of the sleep is Israel. A blessed man. But all of this is happening in a dream consciousness. All of this is happening in what? A dream consciousness. Are you still here? Are you sure? Okay. Since I've shown you 2 at least, we have seen that Jacob had experience with dreaming. I've just shown you that Jacob knew what to do in order to achieve certain kind of dreams that is powerful enough to provoke the entities you want to appear. And when those entities appear, they are able to change your identity. They can change your destiny. They can make you greater. They can move you from one level to another level that is greater. Jacob now has an experience of how to achieve that. Genesis 37. Now watch the story. This is going to mess you up. I'm talking about a father's love that is God kind. What I'm about to show you, you have read it, you've never seen it before. Genesis 37. I want to read from verse 1. Look at it. And Jacob dwelt in the land. Jacob the dreamer, the one who has become the man master. Listen, for the Bible to tell you that Jacob wrestled with that, he must tell you that this is not his second dream. He's a master of dream now. He knows what to do inside of a dream, even though his body is laying down. He knows what to do. The man was an expert when it comes to the dream world. Even if God appears in his dream, he can arrest God until he gets what he wants before God can get out of the dream world. Jacob was a master. Okay, let's go there. Oh, you that give me your time and you will be blessed. And Jacob dwelt in the land wherein his father was a stranger. Are you seeing that? In the land of Canaan. Next verse. These are the generation of Jacob, Joseph, being 17 years old. How old is he? 17. The Bible has answers for every age. Don't just celebrate your age. Find out what the Bible says about great men of your age. Was feeding the flock with his brethren. And the lad was with the sons of Bilhah and with the sons of Zilpah, his father's wives. And Joseph brought unto his father their evil report. Next verse. What did he brought to his father? Evil. Joseph had a way of bringing evil report to his father about his brethren. Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a coat of many colors. I don't know if you can handle this message. Two reasons why Jacob loved Joseph. The first reason was that Jacob, unfortunately, Joseph was the one that reported his brethren. Number two, Joseph was a child that was born when Jacob should not be producing anything. So, won't you love something you produce when you were told you could not produce anything? Yes. Those are the two reasons why he loved Joseph. And he made Joseph a coat of many colors. All right, let's keep reading. I'll get back to the coat of many colors. And when his brethren saw that their father loved him more than all his brethren, they hated him and could not speak peaceably unto him. So this love that Jacob had for Joseph was not only a love that you have to get into Jacob's heart to see. It was a love that was also outside of Jacob, because others could see that Jacob loved Joseph. Others could see it. However they were able to see it is because Jacob was producing something for Joseph that he was not producing for the other children, that made his love very visible to the others. So they could see the love. They could see it that he had for Joseph. Next verse. Watch it. And Joseph dreamed a dream, and he told it his brethren, and they hated him yet the more. Let's stop there for a moment, because now we have gotten to him dreaming a dream. Here's something you should get, and I hope you get it. I hope you get it, because this can change your life. Jacob loved Joseph, right? And he proceeded into making him a coat, and this coat has many colors. The coat has what? Many colors. Did you notice that he did not give Joseph the coat because Joseph had already dreamed? He gave Joseph the coat before Joseph began to dream. Did you notice that in the text? The coat was first made before Joseph began to dream. Before then, we have no record of Joseph dreaming. The moment got a coat from Jacob, when he put on that coat, the Bible said Joseph had a dream. He had a dream. Let me tell you how he did it. You know, I am a father, so I have to be careful before you all come after me. The more I expose myself, the more trouble I get in. I mean, with you guys now, you're going to come after me and say, I want this kind of love. Show me this kind of love. I want this kind of love. The coat that Joseph made, before I talk even about that coat, let's examine something here quickly. Is it possible? Just think about it. Is it possible? Because remember, the love that Jacob showed Joseph was what made his brethren to hate him. And the coat he gave him made his brethren hate him even the more. Was this an intentional action from Jacob? Was this an intentional act that Jacob wanted Joseph's brother to hate him? So he made sure that they could see the love he has for Joseph. And he made sure that he gave Joseph something that is more special than he have ever given them. But he already knew they hate him already. Why increase the hate? Was this happening coincidentally, or was Jacob doing this consciously? Was he trying to achieve something with Joseph? When he saw Joseph among his brethren and he discovered that Joseph had something, but what Joseph has cannot be born here. Joseph will have to be transported to the hospital where he can push his baby. But if I allow his brethren to love him, Joseph will be comfortable here. So I'm going to create situation that will make his own brothers hate him so much that one day they will kick him out. We will find out very soon if he did it willfully. This is a secret of a father. If I come and say I love you, don't believe it. Leave this one if I ever show this one. So he goes on to make a coat that he knows will make Joseph more hated. And he makes this coat with many colors. He makes this coat with what? Many colors. You have to know why he made a coat with many colors. There was a law that is called the law of separation. The law of what? The law of separation. God put down that law even before the 10 Commandments. Take me to the book of Deuteronomy. I'm not sure if you guys are still here. Deuteronomy chapter 22. I want to read from verse 11. Lord, after this message, protect me from my children. I want you to see this. Remember, we are talking about the coat, right? God is putting a law, and you have to pay close attention. And this law, this law is only given to the Israelites, not to other nations. This law is only given to who? Israelites, not to other nations. It's only a law that should happen with the Israelites, not other nations. Because you have to understand why he's making a code. You know, when you read this thing, you run. When you see me wearing that my agbada with many colors, now, I don't think I'm going to wear it anymore, because if I wear it, you're going to steal it from me. Go. I want you to focus on the law. Thou shalt not wear a garment of diverse sort. He's talking about a garment with different fabrics. Watch it. It's a law God is putting. You should not wear a garment. He's talking to what nation? The Israelite, but not other nations. Thou shalt not wear a garment of diverse sort, as of woolen and linen together. So don't put different fabric in one cloth. In other words, don't put different material in one cloth. Don't put different colors. Next verse. Next verse. Thou shalt make the fringes upon the four quarters of thy vesture, wherewith thou coverest thyself. Put it in the New King James so that we that didn't go to school, we can get it. You shall make tassels of the four corners of the clothing with which you cover yourself. So he's talking about a garment, and he's saying, when you make yourself a garment that you're going to cover with, or put on, cover with, here is a law: don't make it with different fabrics. When you study the text very well, he's talking about don't put many colors in one thing. When you're going to build the clothes that you wear, make sure it's not a clothes of many colors. It's a law to the Israelites. The reason why this is important is because the way you are known to be part of the Israel nation, or the Israelite, is by looking at the fabric that you wear. In that time, when you see a person that wear clothes that just have one color, you know that is a Hebrew. That's an Israelite. But watch this. In Egypt, people wear clothes with many colors. And Jacob wants Joseph to go to Egypt. I'm coming. Don't clap yet. It's going to get good. When God comes You remember when the spirit of death was coming to Egypt, he said, put the blood, right? That's how we know this is the house of the Israelites. In those days, when God will come to Israel, he talks to the Israelites about Jerusalem, about their nation, because they are of that nation by what you wear. When God comes to Israel, he talks to you about the nation, okay? He talks to you about the nation. But Jacob wanted God to come to the Israelites, but talk to Joseph about Egypt. You did not hear what I just said. Hi. You will not get it. You will not get it. So remember, he's an expert of dreams. And the law is clear. Whoever wears clothes with multiple colors identify themselves with another nation but not Israel. Whenever you wear clothes with many colors, you are saying, I am not an Israelite, I am an Egyptian. So if God comes to Israel and he wants to talk to you and you are wearing a coat of many colors, he has to talk to you about things that are happening in Egypt. Because as long as he knows, because of what you are wearing, you are not an Israelite, you are an Egyptian. This is for the mature. So you begin to see that Joseph knew what he was doing. Number one, the way to separate Joseph from Joseph feeling that he's an Israelite is by making his brethren to hate him, so that he feel like an outsider. So he has already achieved that from the people. His people are already rejecting him. They are treating him as an outsider. But what about God? Simple. Let's disobey God's law. God said, don't wear a coat with many colors. I want God to look at Joseph as an outsider. So what I am going to do, I am going to make a coat of many colors, so that when God comes, instead of talking to Joseph about Israel, he will begin to talk to Joseph about the country he wants to be a prime minister to. So Joseph takes the coat of many colors and covered himself. And then God comes in the realm of dreams. When he comes, he shows Joseph the sun, the moon, and the stars. Because he's talking to Joseph as an outsider among his people. What are you doing here? You are not. Remember, the one who is orchestrating this for Joseph is his father. His father knew something about God, that it doesn't matter how much Joseph pray, he will never gain access to that. It will take a father not to tell you what is going to happen, but to position you for what can happen. It takes a father. So in our generation, you can call that you don't love me. Because a father that created system for even my brothers to hate me don't love me. Who will call that not love? In the kingdom, we call that love. Because my love is not to keep you here. My love is to take you to the next level. But the way to get to the next level is to make sure you don't feel welcome among those that wants to stay. Cry if you want, but you are going to the next level. Be angry if you want. My job as a father, I have an experience with God. And I know how to provoke God to take a man to the next level. So I don't have to explain to you about your next level, but I can prepare you for a coat of many colors. Here you go. Put it on, Joseph. Joseph puts this thing on. And then God comes and gives him a dream like that. And the Bible says when he explained the dream, I don't have time, we could have read it. You can read it. When he explained the dream, his brothers hated him even the more. So now this is third level of hate. They hated him already. The coat made them hate him the more. And the dream now make them hate him even more. But you know what? Joseph began to act as if he doesn't know what is going on.
Hij deed alsof hij niet wist wat er gebeurde.
He said, what do you mean? Are you trying to tell me that me and your mother is going to be your slave? But we all know that this situation was created by Joseph. Be careful with a spiritual father. Be careful. Joseph can act as if he doesn't know, but he knows he's the one manipulating these things in the realms of the spirit. He's the one setting Joseph up for the next level. But this thing does not look like the definition of human love. It looks like punishment. Now my brothers hate me. They are saying all manner of things about me. And it's the thing you gave me that made them even hate me the more. And now what you are saying and they are hearing how you are talking to me is what is making them look down upon me. You are too human to understand spirituality. Now watch this. Can I push it a bit further? You are the boss here. Can I push it further? Look the way he's sitting like the real boy. How do I know it was the coat that brought him the dream? Because I'll tell you about the dream. How do I know it was the coat that brought him the dream? As you study the story, when his brothers grabbed him, are you listening? When his brothers grabbed him and they took away his coat and threw him in the pit.
In the pit.
Are you listening? From that day,
Vanaf die dag.
Joseph never dreamed again. From the day they took away his coat,
Van de dag
he
dat
never
ze
dreamed
de
again.
jas
Question:
weggehaald, hij-
what
hij
then
niet
took
meer
him to
gedroomd.
Egypt if it was not the dream? What took him to Egypt if it was not the dream? If it's not his ability to dream, because now he has lost his ability to dream, but yet he still have to go to Egypt. I know you want an answer. Egypt was not crying for dreamers. Egypt was crying for interpreters. The thing that was about to kill Egypt
Die ding wat, zorgde-
was
zorgde
something
zorgen-
that people were dreaming about. But though they are dreaming about it, Egypt was still going to die. So what Egypt need is not another dreamer. What Egypt need is an interpreter. Watch how God, how his spiritual father could graduate him from a dreamer to an interpreter. His brothers grabbed his coat. They did what they did not know they were orchestrated to do by the prayer of the father. They took the coat.
Ze nam
They
de jas.
killed an animal,
Ze hebben
they
een
dipped
dier
the coat in the
gedood
blood,
en
and they
ze
took it
deed
to
de
his
jas in de
father.
bloed en ze bracht het naar de
You did not
vader.
hear what I said. They took the coat,
Ze hebben de jas
they
genomen,
killed an animal,
een dier
they
gedood,
dipped the coat into the
jas in
blood,
de bloed gedaan,
and they take it
en
to
ze
the
voor de
father.
vader.
The moment Joseph
En de
grabbed
moment
the
dat
blooded coat,
Joseph
he spoke
een
in the spirit, and
jas-
Joseph graduated from a dreamer to an interpreter. Because the thing that made Joseph dream is now in the hand of Jacob, the professional dreamer. They did not know that in the coat, they thought this coat was just something Joseph went to fabricate. They did not know it was a spiritual
Ze
man
wisten niet dat het
that was
geestelijke
putting
man was.
garments together. Oh, God said don't do it, but he knew. God only
Zelfs
said
toen
don't
God
do it
had gezegd dat hij dat
because
niet
what
doen.
it can do. Are you here? There is something you can see me do for you. As long as the 10 commandments you know, that
Zolang je
is
alleen maar de 10
breaking one of the 10
geboden.
commandments. But unless I break that, you cannot go to the next level. Unless I break that
Break,
for
kan
you,
je
you cannot
dan
go to the
niet
next
naar de
level.
volgende.
Joseph, who is the man of God,
Jozef, die een man
you
van
saw the
God
law.
is.
Don't
Je zag de wet.
fabricate anything you wear
Ga niet iets maken
with many
als
colors.
je
Joseph is the
kleuren-
man of God,
kleuren
and
bent.
he's doing what
Jozef,
God said
hij
don't
is
do.
een man van God. En
Because
hij
he
doet
know the
wat
reason why God
zegt
said they
dat
should
hij
not do it.
doet.
He knew why God said they should not do it. So here's Joseph. The dream is taken away from him. But because
Maar omdat
he had been in the dream,
hij in de droom is geweest,
he is now graduated to be an interpreter, but not a dreamer. And
Hij
what
is boven
Egypt
gekomen
was
van een
crying
vertaler
for, what
te
was?
zijn.
An interpreter and not a what? Dreamer. Joseph goes to
Joseph.
Egypt. And Joseph is in prison. Give me a few more minutes, I'm off your way. Joseph is now in prison. Remember, how did he come to Egypt? As a dreamer or an interpreter? Joseph is now, he has a sacrifice that his
Hij heeft
brother
een
did for
offer
him, they did not know they did for him.
zijn
See, when I talk
gegeven
about
en ze
sacrifice,
niet van wisten.
some of you are weak. They made a sacrifice for him and
hebben een
handed it
offer
over to
gebra-
his father
gegeven
Jacob.
voor
Now
hem.
Jacob had something that is speaking for Joseph. Joseph is now in what? Egypt. But he came as an interpreter and not a dreamer. He came as what? An interpreter and not a dreamer. He came as what? An interpreter and not a dreamer. But the
Maar
problem here
het
is
probleem is,
Jacob should
Jacob
not
moest niet
be known in the realms of the dream anymore because he's
Hij
only
moest niet
supposed to be
meer in de
interpreting the
realm van de
people that
droom
dream. But the
gekend
problem
worden. Maar
why
de probleem
he has
waarom
power is
hij
because of the
is
dream
omdat
he saw
hij de
when
dro-
he was
de
with his
droom
father.
die hij-
In the dream, he saw the sun, saw the moon, and he saw the star. What did he saw? Tell me, what did he see?
de zon, de maan en de sterren.
Is that what he saw? Yes. Take me to Genesis chapter 1, verse 14. For you to know what Joseph is doing in prison, for you to know that it's Joseph that is giving them a dream, you must know what God said about the sun, the moon, and the star. Watch it. Genesis chapter 1, verse 14. For you to see what Joseph is doing, this guy was well trained by his father. He was well trained. He was well trained. Then God said, let there be light in the firmament of the heavens to divide the day from what? The night. And let them be for signs and season, for days and years. Next verse. And let them be for light in the firmament of the heavens to give light on the earth. And it was so, as God said it, right? Remember, he said the light was for sign and season. That was the light. Next verse. I feel this thing. Then God made two great lights. How many lights? Two great lights. The greater light to rule the day. You did not hear that. When God created the sun, he told the sun,
Hij zei tegen de zon,
you are going to rule the day. So what happened if I rule the sun? You can't listen to me and not grow up. When he created the sun, he told the sun, the reason why I created you is for you to rule, not to give light, but to rule. Even if you don't give light, you are still ruling the day. And anything that is found in the day is your subject. As long as the thing is in the day, you rule over it. Next verse. Give me the same verse. Then God made the two great lights, the greater light, which is the sun, to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. No, go back. He made the stars also. So he's talking about the sun and the moon. The moon, he told, to rule the night. So a man that God gives the moon to is the ruler of the night. What did God show to Joseph in the dream? The sun, the moon, and the stars. And Joseph said, that is my identity.
Joseph said, that is my identity.
So,
Dus,
I am the owner of the sun, I am the owner of the moon, and I am the owner of the star. Don't make a mistake to sleep when the moon is up. If you sleep, I can control what you see. Joseph, you are awesome. He doesn't have to do much. If you lay down to sleep and the moon is up or the stars are up, forget about it. Whatever you dream is what I allow. But what you need to understand is the sun, he said, the sun was his father. The moon was his mother. And the stars are his brethren. What does a mother, what's the relationship between a mother and a child? What's the relationship between a father and the child? So people are now in jail with Joseph. And Joseph happened to be the one that ruled the moon, that ruled the night. Joseph happened to be the one that ruled the sun, that rules the day. But remember, he has graduated from dreaming to an interpreter. So, since he's now an interpreter and not a dreamer, they got the dream because of what he whispered to them could be the interpretation. That's a sentence for only the mature. I can tell you what to dream by telling you what will be the interpretation. So I can interpret the dream before you have the dream. I can come to you and I said, you are going to be a prophet to the nation. When you go home, when you sleep, you dream yourself, seeing yourself around the nation. But that sentence was not a prophecy. It was a dream I gave you by interpretation.
Vertaling.
Oh, Joseph. I love the book. I love this Bible. I love the Word of God. It makes one wise. Oh, dear Lord. See what a spiritual father can do to a spiritual son. No, few of you are here for the first time. I'm sorry, I don't know if you have small faith, young faith, no faith, milk faith, wine faith. I don't know what faith you get. But this is the house of the Lord. What we do here is to raise men that don't complain but change. They change their lives. They change their world. When you ask them, how did you do it? They point to Jesus. He did it. You can handle more of this one. He said, even the Pharaoh says, no. I don't want the interpretation first. First, tell me my dream. There were men that had the wisdom to interpret dreams, but there was nobody in Egypt that could give it. The moment Joseph entered Egypt and entered the palace, people who never dreamed began to dream. Even people that were not important to the nation of Egypt are having dreams that are important for the economy of Egypt. But yet they were not even important. Joseph had come. But he got this ability from his father. He got it from who? You saw what Jacob learned in his journey. Jacob knew that Joseph had something so special. But as long as he remains among his brethren, he will not rise to nothing. I don't know what God has put in you. Talking to somebody. I don't know what God has invested in you, my brother. I don't know what God has planted in you. That is so great. That he will send you to an interpreter of life. To give you a dream and take away a dream. I don't know what dreams you've been having from what source. Dreams are given and dreams can be taken. Somebody listening to me out there. You out there, look at how this father orchestrated the whole system. One purpose only. To get Joseph to the next level. But Joseph had to be a man that don't complain about his father,
Geen klagen over zijn vader.
even though he doesn't understand what
Zelfs
Jacob is doing.
Jacob
He
aan het doen is.
trusted. How
Hoe
can you love me in a way that
kan je
makes
mij-
other people dislike?
Hoe kan je van mij op een manier
How can you give me a gift you could give me in private, but you give it to me in public just so that people know you give it to me? These are the questions of carnal men. If you do this, they think you are trying to show off. No, I am trying to separate you. Until you are hated, you cannot be liked. I know you are hungry for people to like. I know you derive your significance and your value from the people that likes you. But if you are wearing the wrong coat, my brothers and sisters, that identify you among the ones that will not mount to anything, you have to find a father in the Lord who can change your coat, who can prepare for you a coat that looks like disobedient to God, but yet God can use you at my disobedience. God can use you. But if you judge me for my disobedience, you will never get to them, because you are a judge in the wrong realm. Here you're supposed to obey. When you get there, you can judge. You are trying to judge here. You don't know what you do. Remember, because we're about to pray. Remember, when Elijah was about to pass on the mantle to Elisha, it was men of God that wanted to inspire Elisha against Elijah. I say a parable. I'll not repeat myself. Exactly at the season when a mantle was supposed to be handed over to Elisha, it was prophets that were in the ears of Elisha about, that's not the only way. There is other ways. I speak a parable. To God be the glory. I speak a parable. Hey. If God has ordained this man to bless you, it doesn't matter if you go to this man 100 times. That blessing will not leave this man, go to this man, and go to it will not. What you will get from this man is the leftover of what he has already given his own children. You disqualify yourself from being one that is qualified for inheritance. You qualify yourself to be like a dog that eats what falls. But what happens is that whenever Elisha is about to be given a mantle, there are the prophets. God will raise men and women in this house. About to release a father's blessing. But I know who are my sons and daughters. I know, not those that call. I know who they are. And I'm able to direct my power. The process will never look like a blessing. It will look like pain. Unless a seed is buried, it cannot grow and multiply. Don't despise the process of burying. There are men and women in this room that are better than Joseph. What God will achieve in your life. Joseph got a coat of many colors. Now you guys understand, it was not about fashion. It was about Egypt. It was about Egypt. But that coat, as beautiful as it looks, it was only valuable for the season that Joseph should dream. When the dreaming season is over, if Joseph keep holding on to that jacket, he will never graduate to an interpreter. Learn to let go of things that have run their season in your life. Learn to identify friends that have served their purpose already. Learn to identify things and people whose season in your life is over. Not because they are bad, not because they did you wrong, but because your next level, they don't have capacity to fly. I don't know who is in this room that said today is a Father's Day. Just like Jacob, I will not let you go without a blessing. I will not let you go without a blessing. I will not let you go without a blessing. If that kind of a blessing could happen in a dream, you are not dreaming right now. Lord, I will not let you go without a blessing. Speak in tongues. Stand to your feet and speak in tongues. Open your mouth and speak in the Holy Ghost. It's a Father's blessing coming your way.
Kingdom Ambassadors Embassy.